It's Miss Jordan. Today we're going to read Our Tree Named Steve. I think this is one of my favorite books for our tree study. So Our Tree Named Steve by Alan Seibel. Dear kids, a long time ago, when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear all the land. Look at all those trees that are there. Remember, there was one tree, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree and called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it. And before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. Look how big of a tree Steve is. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. There's Steve. He quickly worked his way into our lives as a swing holder, target, third base, hiding place, jump rope turner. What else could he be? And whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. What? Look at that dog. I think he stole some underwear. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all our barbecues, campouts, dance parties, or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our very need. The puppy has a crush. They're swinging. They're sitting there looking at all the leaves. It wasn't always easy standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock, couldn't possibly have been fun. Not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. Oh, look at Kirby's hiding on his doghouse. He doesn't want to get wet with the sewer water. Ew. Then Steve got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on, and a safe place to return after a hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. Uh-oh. Where do you think the kids are? Why weren't they home? Do you think they were far away if they didn't know there was a storm? How do you think the storm hit them? What happened? And though we spared Steve's life long ago, this time we couldn't save him. Uh-oh. Steve's fallen over. He's not standing anymore. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Sari's swings, Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And his friends like this are hard to find. Oh, they had to cut down Steve. Look at Kirby. He's sniffing to check him out. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. But please know Steve will always be with us in our hearts and in our thoughts. Aw, Kirby misses Steve. think that tree was one of his favorites. And in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. Do you see what Dad did? He made them a tree house. I bet you he used the wood from Steve to make the tree house. So they have Steve with them all the time. He's just in a different place. And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed that story, friends. Have a good day. Bye.